the single most important thought that you'll ever let go of is the thought after a situation, the thought after a conversation, the thought after the words leave your mouth, the thought after an interaction with somebody, the thought after an interview, the thought after any single thing you do. That is the most important thought that you'll let go of. Because if you don't let go of that thought, then it becomes part of your ego. It becomes part of your programming. It becomes part of your conditioning. It becomes part of the belief in who you think you are. So that is how we operate in the world as human beings. By believing every thought that we have, but also believing every thought that other people, the thoughts that other people have, and then they tell us about those thoughts. That then becomes our ego. All ego is a collection of past conditioning and past programming, past beliefs, past opinions of what mummy told you, of what daddy told you, of what your friends tell you. None of it is real. It all just comes from thought. All what somebody is telling you is their beliefs, is their past conditioning and past programming. Nobody knows fuck all. People are just living in the past. So if you can let go of every thought, it's important to let go of every thought in every moment. But the most important thought to let go of is that thought after you've done something. After a situation, after an event, whatever it might be. Because if you don't let go of that thought, that becomes part of your ego. That becomes part of your thoughts. So the next time you go into a situation, the next time you go into a conversation with somebody, if you not let go of that thought after you've been in that interaction, then the next time you go into that interaction, you're already in that thought. You're already down that rabbit hole of thought. Because of past conditioning, past programming, a past event, past conversation that you've had with somebody. None of that is real. So you're just making it up through thought, through mind, through ego. That conversation that you've had with somebody, their view of that conversation would be totally different to your view of it. It's just that you've got caught up in thought, caught up in mind, caught up in ego. None of it is real. If you let go of that thought, that initial thought as it pops in. So I don't know, I could see somebody here walking towards me. I could see this lady and I could have a thought that pops into me. I could see that lady and I could have a thought. I don't know, she might be wearing blue jeans. I fucking hate women who wear blue jeans. That's a thought, isn't it, that appears from nowhere. I then go into that conversation with that lady with past conditioning, past programming, because my ex-girlfriend wore blue jeans, exactly that colour, and when she wore that blue jeans, that colour, she finished me. See how they develop thoughts? Then you're sucked in. Your thought, your mind, your ego, all the same thing is sucked in. So you go to that lady and you start giving her dirty looks or whatever it might be, all from thought. None of it is real. It just appears out of nowhere. So that thought, that single most, so that has happened because I've had a thought after I split up with my girlfriend. I've had thoughts after that related to that specific event. If you drop that thought in that moment, if you just step out of thought, There is nothing there. You wouldn't even be thinking about that girl. You wouldn't even be thinking about those blue jeans. Couldn't happen, could it? There'd be no thought there. There'd just be stillness. There'd be peace. Suffering ends at the end of thought. There is no suffering there. You can't suffer without thought. The single most important thought that you'll give up is that thought after an event, after a conversation, after a situation. Let it go. Let every moment go. Then it becomes irrelevant what anybody's doing. Doesn't matter. The world opens up. The world is alive. The world sparkles. The grass glistens because there's no thought. You're not stuck in conditioning. You're not stuck in programming. You're not stuck in what mummy told you, what daddy told you, what your friends have told you. It's all bollocks. Doesn't mean anything. It's just people's opinions and people's views. Let go of all thought. Suffering will end at the end of thought. You won't suffer without thought. Doesn't exist. The next time you have a conversation with somebody, the next time you're in an interaction with somebody, the next time you've looked at somebody or whatever it might be, let go of that thought. Let it go. No thought. There is nothing there. Just you making it up in your mind. You're just making it up through thought. You're suffering. You suffer through thought. Suffering ends there. If you're one of the 15,000 people on this page, you're here for a reason. You're here to hear this message. A lot of people don't want to hear it. A lot of people won't sit in that silence because they're scared of the thoughts. They're scared of the things they've done in the past. They're scared of the things that they've said to people. But what's the alternative? Suffer the rest of your life. That's your alternative. You can either suffer for the rest of your life till the day you take your last breath, or you can end your suffering. Like that. By letting go of thought. This is what all spiritual texts lead to. Buddha. Suffering ends at the end of thought. Jesus, you've got to die to your ego to be reborn. You've got to die to thought. You've got to die to mind. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. You can only suffer through your own thoughts. It's not there. So the next time something happens, the next time you're in an interaction with someone in a situation, let it go. You choose disturbance for peace. In every single moment. Fuck what anyone else is doing. Doesn't matter. You're choosing disturbance for peace. You choose disturbance for peace. The whole world, you lift the whole world up by doing that. You lift everybody around you up by doing that. So it doesn't matter if people are being negative, they're stuck in thought. They're stuck in their ego, they're stuck in mind. They might never wake up to that fact. But that's not your responsibility. You leave them where they are. So I understand at this moment in time we're living in different worlds. But I love you from where you're at, and I hope that one day you realise that you're not those thoughts. I hope one day you realise that there is no worry. There is no fear. There is no anxiety. There is no depression. There is no lack. I hope that one day you wake up to that fact, because all that is thought. If you've no thought, there can't be any anxiety, can there? There's no thought, there's no worry. There's no thought, there's no depression. If there's no thought, there's no fear. If there's no thought there is nothing there. It doesn't exist without thought. The only way you can ever suffer is through the thoughts in your head. And it's as simple as that. There is no suffering there without thought. Hope everyone has a fantastic day. Namaste.